Hi everyone, welcome back to True Crime Files, and I'm Cassie Pentecost. We all been hearing about Ian Huntley being attacked in prison by Anthony Russell with a large metal pole with spikes on it, bit like Walking Dead. He has now died after they turned off his life support machine. I haven't listened to this news clip, but I hope his ending was suffering. That's all I can say. I really hope he suffered. He only had a 5% chance of living, and they normally keep people on life support machine for 5-6 days. And if there's no brain activity, then they just switch off the life support machine. In my opinion, he should never have gone on life support machine in the first place. Waste of hospitals, start pay, and the nurses that were tending to him. And I bet some of those nurses wish they wasn't assigned to him to tend to him. But I'll play this recording for you. It's not very long at all.
Some breaking news. The Soham murderer Ian Huntley has died in hospital. That comes not long after he was attacked in the workshop of a maximum security prison, HMP Frankland in County Durham, for killing the two 10-year-old little girls, Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman, back in 2002. He had been sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 40 years. This was for the murder in August of 2002 of the two little 10-year-old schoolgirls, which the country will remember so well, Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman, in Soham in Cambridgeshire. Well, we can bring in our correspondent, Rob Harris, who is in the newsroom for us. Rob, reporting that Ian Huntley, the notorious murderer of those two little girls, Holly Wells, Jessica Chapman, has now died. He succumbed from his injuries in hospital.
Yes, we're hearing from the Ministry of Justice, a spokesperson confirming the death of the Soham killer, Ian Huntley, saying the murders of Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman remains one of the most shocking and devastating cases in our nation's history, and our thoughts are with their families. And this was a notorious case in the summer of 2002, really one that did grip the nation, the desperate search for Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman. And it was that image of the two best friends, the girls in their Manchester United shirts, that really did associate so many with this case and really did cause such concern about just where they were, the missing 10-year-olds, throughout that summer as the search went on in Soham. And across the country, there are people who really did connect with this case. In fact, you had the likes of David Beckham at the time putting out public appeals, such as the association with Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman in their Manchester United shirts. And at the time, as so many were trying to discover what happened here at Sky News, there was an intense focus on trying to raise awareness of just where their last steps might have been. And that's what led to an interview taking place with Ian Huntley by Sky's Jeremy Thompson, who was the boyfriend of the school assistant Maxine Carr. And he said that Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman had called at their house just on the day that they believed to have gone missing. And suspicions did grow with the police after watching that interview with him on Sky News, and eventually led to his arrest and conviction in 2003 for life after their bodies were found in the local area. And this was a case that raised wider concerns about just how people are vetted and information, how it's spread across the country, because there were allegations made against Ian Huntley throughout his life that didn't quite reach the level of background checks, and he was able to work at the Village College
I'm not fine, I've got
in
HEI.
Soham. Huntley was eventually jailed for life of that 40-year term, and he was attacked many times over the years in hospital, in prison, and then eventually we had this attack just over a week ago in a maximum security prison. We have now heard from Durham Police. They're saying, a spokesman for the Durham Constabulary, a man who was attacked at HMP Frankland in Durham last week has died in hospital this morning. Ian Huntley, 52, was taken to hospital with serious injuries following an incident in the workshop on the morning of Thursday, February the 26th. A police investigation into the circumstances of the incident is ongoing. A file is being prepared for the Crown Prosecution Service for consideration for charges. And that follows a statement from the Ministry of Justice, which did say the murders of Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman remains one of the most shocking and devastating cases in our nation's history, and our thoughts are with their families. The devastating murder of those 10-year-olds in 2002, something that really struck a chord with the nation. The absolute deep shock about these murders by Ian Huntley, now this Soham murderer, dead after that attack in prison.
Right, so there we have it. He is now officially dead, the big bad wolf. The guy that attacked him is a 3 times murderer, and no one condones taking someone else's life, but Anthony Russell also took a life of a pregnant woman, which is really sad. Yeah, so I'm not going to waste my breath much on Ian Huntley or Maxine Carr, even though she got married the other day. Yeah, so much for that, for having private identity and being protected. So thank you for watching. If you're watching this and you're putting the flags out with joy, I hope it gives some closure now to Holly and Jessica's parents, even though they probably prefer him to be in jail, for people to keep on attacking him and making him keep on feeling the pain, because the pain he's gone through is nothing like the pain of their parents. That'll be with them forever, and children should never go before the parents. It should be the other way around. But like we know in true crime, often enough children do go before parents, and that is a shame. Right, so thank you for watching. Can you like and subscribe, please? It will help me into the algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me if you could like and subscribe, and even put in your comments. And what I often say to people is, if you've got any cases that you want to send me, my email's at the bottom there, truecrimefiles2026@gmail.com. Send me what you got, and I'm quite happy to do some research into it and do a recording on it for you. Thank you very much. Bye.